With Rainbow Six Siege in the middle of its third year, the designers are once again shaking up the tactical landscape.
Bring the bait.
In this latest season, the team is unveiling a few tricks that will have even the most seasoned players second-guessing their finely tuned killer instincts. For Operation Para Bellum, we spoke to the developers to find out how you design a brand new CTU, what happens when you weaponize a bulletproof camera, and how you toy with human nature itself.
So the process when we look into new CTUs, I'm looking into a lot of photos, videos, and also we have a research group and they will dig more deeper and send us everything we need to know. There's always a little thing on them that is very, very different. This is the starting point. The GIS, it was simple as the short sleeves and the beret, the red beret. So I starting around that, it was that this is interesting, this is different, we can create stuff around this.
There are operators that are designed to fit a very specific role and that will interact with something very specific. An operator like Alibi, on the other hand, like it's a blank sheet. Like the player base can do so many things with her.
Time for distraction.
Because it is one of the most creative gadgets we have so far, I believe. It's like, well, have fun, show us what you can do with this.
So this is a very tricky operator. Clearly, she brings out deception. It's her strength. She doesn't have a grenade launcher. She just knows human nature so well. That is her weapon, I would say. I really like to sit down with game designers, have a coffee with them, really understand whatever inspired them, and I can really make the idea bloom into something more. There was definitely something about the femme fatale that was inspiring, of course.
You know, we are developing the operators at the same time as the gadget, and we wanted to find a way to blend the character with the hologram. So, you know, if we reveal the face and we have a real face, but it's not really a face on an hologram, it was looking kind of weird. So we took the decision to keep the mask on, Alibi. But what is fun is that you will see that in the menu and in different part of the game, you can see her face.
We had at a certain step the concept of an automated threat. It was just you deploy the threat and shoot things, and which is something that we've seen in many video games before, and it's interesting. It became obvious that it was not really interesting in a PvP context, so the automated aspect of the threat went away. But to me, this turret is mostly a new way to add a new secondary objective. As a defender, I could add a mirror and an AES, and now I can add a threat on top of that. And as an attacker, I can choose to deal with two of those, or maybe all of those if I'm efficient, or maybe I have the tool to deal with all of them, but maybe not.
He's sort of like a cigar-smoking bon vivant who's in the military, and you know he's having the time of his life. Well, what we did was, with the personality of Maestro, we really wanted that to come out in the way he does his lines.
Evil eyes ready.
He's very military, he's very professional, but there's still very much of this attitude that, you know, shines through in what he does and what he loves doing.
And he's smiling, it's like, come and get me, I'll be waiting for you. This is what pushed the design of that character. We really wanted to have that feeling, this strong presence on the field. We wanted really him to have this impact on all the players.
To make Alibi and Maestro feel right at home comes a brand new map perched in the Italian countryside. But what exactly does it take to build a competitive siege map? And how do the frigid winters of Montreal help?
I actually do the floor plans roughly, like main corridor flow, again on paper. I'm not touching Photoshop. It's my time just to sit and get a pencil out and draw. So I sit and draw quite a lot. I probably have 50 or 60 different floor plan iterations of just where the rooms were going to be and everything else. And once you sign off on that, you go in 3D and you build it just for navigation and flow so people can walk around it. Once you've got past that hurdle and it's fun, it's still going to change another 20 times because you have to consider every angle, every option. You want it to be as realistic as possible, but although it's a game, it's a competitive map.
For each season, we want the player to have the feeling to travel. It's super important for us to have this fresh feeling when we try a new map. It's not just the geometry, it's the whole ambience and where are we going.
And it's very picturesque as you'd expect. I think it's the only thing that got me through this Montreal winter. It was a long winter this year, like going in and seeing this pretty Italian villa that I work on, every day. Yeah, he got me through the winter pretty well, I have to admit. That's probably why it looks so nice. We should all make maps in the dead of winter. They'll all look beautiful because, you know, it's dark outside. It's like you want to see something pretty on your screen and nice and warm.
But we have kind of a little bit of an underlying story, and if you go exploring the map, you can figure out details of what the story was before the family left there, because there is a hint of tragedy in that location as well.
I know that people have been asking about Maestro and Alibi. They were on the same side for a long time. They're both defenders. They have been working in the same operation to dismantle the crime family. So clearly there's history there. But there's also tension, and that is caused by the real reason why Alibi was selected by Rainbow to be part of that organization. She has her own agenda, always, and she can't share it with anyone.